I met Brian Brown through really two reliable friends of mine, two of my really good friends. One is my best friend, Curtis Bates, the drummer. He was playing with Brian Brown at Darius Brooks Church, and he told me about a really reliable, great keyboard player that I could use to sub out some of my gigs when I would be going out of town. And then, secondly, it was one of Chicago's greatest vocalists, Bernard Burton. He's been on a number of news things for Chicago, the city of Chicago. He told me about Brian Brown, that Brian Brown was excellent musician and that I should consider using him for when I would be, to cover my gigs and, some of my other things when I would be going out of town playing for other artists. And so after I heard about him from those two sources, I was curious. And that's when I started, I reached out to Brian to have him start covering, some of my smaller gigs at first, just to see, what his ability was. Brian, first of all, he's got perfect pitch, and Brian, so he learns phenomenally fast, and he's got a really unique, soft touch to his playing. He listens so acutely to whatever he needs to do, from playing instrumental music to playing accompanying a vocalist. He's super sensitive, and I really love his sensibility to the music, and he's a very detailed player as well. Um, he makes sure he learns the song verbatim, and then he feels to make sure that the whoever he's playing with is comfortable for how much he interprets. And he has a very great imaginative and creative mind to really venture off, but he chooses to do or play or produce what best fits the situation and the artist. So I really like him for his humility and his willingness to be supportive. I recommended Brian. Actually, me and my friend Chuck Lacey recommended Brian for there's a corporate band in Chicago called Hype Productions. They've been around for at least 15 or 20 years, and they do primarily all the high-end bar mitzvahs. So on this particular occasion, I got to play with me and Brian got to play together, and it was phenomenal. He wherever if I wanted to play mains, then he would go to aux, or if, I would say, hey, play aux. You play mains on this, I go to aux. You know, uh, he was equally comfortable. Again, he always makes sure that he's doing the right. He makes smart decisions, and he doesn't just try to show everybody what he can do. He's always trying to make it what is needed for the music. So I love that about Brian. One of the things is, I connected Brian with the band that he's a part of right now, Second Nature. The founder of that band, one of Chicago's premier, I call them premier, like experimental bands. I mean, they're like Chicago's Snarky Puppy, if you will. I connected Brian to them because I thought it would be a great opportunity for him to get his creative side out and not just be a supportive role, but to really showcase his true creativity. So when I connected him with them, it was an instant hit. They've been together now. I don't know if it's 4 years or five, actually, but it was a great union, that and it's a great chemistry that they have. So I look forward to, in the future, for Brian to be in more creative writing and roles and producing, more than just being an accompanist, or doing just in that supportive role, but actually taking more of a leadership role and working in that opportunity. So I think that this is going to be a great season for him to explore the other areas of his creativity.